Hello everyone, and welcome to The Art of Reading. This is my online course where I'll be teaching you how to become a better reader. If you're new here, hello, my name is Alex Wachowski, but most people know me better as Alex in Books. Now you may be wondering, why did I create a course about reading? Well, if you're like most people, you know that reading books is good for you, but you find it difficult to create a lasting reading habit. You want to spend more time reading, but you have trouble finding time to read in your busy schedule. You want to find interesting books to read, but it seems like there are thousands of books out there all begging you to read them. How do you decide which books are interesting, which ones are a good match for you, and which ones are worth your time? And if you do start reading a book, you find yourself getting distracted or losing focus on what you're reading. You want to read more, you really do, but sometimes reading just feels like a chore instead of something fun. Maybe you feel like no matter how many times you try, you're just not a reader. But if you're not reading books, you're missing out on a world of benefits. You're depriving yourself of expanding your knowledge, learning new skills, opening up your mind, and maybe even transforming your life. In the current age of knowledge work, those who learn more, earn more, and those who don't read decrease their chances of becoming successful and make room for the competition to surpass them. And reading is only one step in the learning process. You also need to know how to remember what you read, how to organize that information, and how to apply the lessons you learn to get the results you want in life. Otherwise, you'll be reading one book after another without seeing any major changes in your life. Now, I used to think I just wasn't a reader. In fact, for most of my life, I despised reading. In fact, I spent most of my time playing video games, scrolling social media, or watching movies, basically doing anything but reading books. It wasn't until one day that a college professor introduced me to the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Up until that point, I had no idea how life-changing a book could be. After reading it, I wanted to read as many books as possible, but my reading journey wasn't all smooth sailing. I wanted to read more, but sometimes I had trouble getting through a book. Other times, I found a great book, but I had trouble focusing on what I was reading and I would get distracted. I also found it difficult to read with my busy schedule since I was a full-time student and working part-time. And the books that I did read, I often had trouble remembering what I read, and even worse, I wasn't really applying the lessons I was learning from those books to make a difference in my life. Do you have a similar experience with books? It wasn't until one day that I had an important realization. I realized that reading, just like driving a car or playing tennis, was a skill, and there were things that I could do to get better at it. Originally, I thought reading and being a reader were the same thing, but I couldn't have been more wrong. You see, school teaches you how to read, but it doesn't teach you how to become a reader. And being literate and loving reading are two separate things. After that light bulb moment, I went on a journey to discover everything I could about the art of reading. Here are just a few of the important lessons that I learned. I read books about behavior change to learn how to build a lasting reading habit. I read books about focus to learn how to stop getting distracted while reading. I read books about reading slow and books about reading fast to improve my reading comprehension. I read books about becoming a better reader to improve my own reading skills. I even read the classic guide, How to Read a Book, and ordered a bonus 3-hour DVD to learn additional lessons. And I read dozens of more books about books to learn how to become a better reader. In other words, I became obsessed with learning the skill of reading and how to become a better reader. Now I want to share everything I learned about the art of reading with you. So whether you want to start a new reading habit or improve an existing one, this course will help you. You can find more information and details about the course below. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the course, feel free to drop me an email and I'll be happy to chat. I hope to see you soon, everyone. Take care.